or so. I can't remember exactly when, but I did a comparison build of the Legacy Yamato Mecha Collection Kit and the $21.99. I went ahead and picked up this 2202 version. It is actually not just a repop of the $21.99. It is actually a bit different than the $21.99, so it kind of underwent a bit of a refit between the series. So it's got a little bit of a crap there. I guess it's gone. I haven't really looked at this yet. All I've done is open up the bag. But as you can see here, this has those wings. Interesting. Now let's see if you can build it with or without the wings. Alright, here we go. Yep, it looks like it. So apparently you can use B1 or B2. So this is like with the wings extended or the wings folded up. That's nice. So the $21.99 do not have that option. So yeah, that right there tells you that this is a new kit. The bulkhead, you know, it's a bit wider. It's a bit thicker. It's a stronger looking ship than what you had in $21.99. So it's not entirely the same. Since I'm not a fan of the wings, I am going to build it with the wings, you know, not extended. So yeah, let's take a look here. So we get B1 and B2. Here we go. This is B26. Yeah, so I fairly recently watched my old video of that dual build, and I came to the realization that it's probably best to just put these together and then paint them, instead of trying to paint them separately and then assembling them. Well, I'm going to get busy just removing these off of the sprues and filing down the gates. There's something I should point out here. Be careful when you're taking off the upper hull. You've got this tiny little pointed part here. Be very careful when you cut this here. Alright, that gate begins way back here, not down here. So yeah, don't get too excited when you're cutting these parts off. You have to keep that point intact, apparently. Alright, so let's do the main assembly here of the lower hull. Okay, so let's see how this goes. This fits like so. Okay. And then it looks like, wait, where does this plug into? Oh. Huh? What on earth is going on here? This doesn't fit like this, does it? Oh, okay, never mind. I got it. Is this not a snap kit? I don't understand what's going on here. I don't get it. Oh, you know what? Okay, I think this goes in first. And then this goes in here. Okay. It doesn't say like step 1, step 2 or anything, so you just gotta... Whatever. Okay, so... I'd like to file this down a little bit better than that, but I guess it's alright. And then... Next... This fits in here. Now this is the optional part. You know, I'm not going to use the wings. I'm going to have these, you know, kept inside here. And this seems to fit on top like so. One, two, and then, wait, 3. Oh, here we go. Got these little locator tabs in here. There we go. Alright. Then this will fit on here like so. Let me take a look here. There we go. Okay. I might want to just do some glue. I'll do that when I get home, I guess. I'm on vacation right now. So, here we are. And then next you will have this part in the back here. This is B1 and B1, 4, and 3. Here we go. Yeah, I tend to use glue on these snap kits anyways to help it stay together. I mean, the snap is nice, I guess, but I like to make sure that the part stays secure and that there are no gaps or anything like that. So this fits like so. Okay. Yeah, this is going to have to get filed down here. Nice. Okay. Then, how does this go? Oh, this fits on top here like so. Okay, here we go. There. Cool. And then that secondary bridge will go down here, of course. I think that goes on a bit later. The wave motion cannon, the prow of the ship here has a really thick gate here. Gosh. Hopefully I cut that alright. Let's see. Oh, okay. That came off better than I thought it was going to. It's just it was very thick. It's a good thing these are pretty accurate side cutters. I'll just sand this down a little bit. It's a really loud clock. There. Okay. Now let's put this on like so.
Look, if you like, I'll talk to your class, okay?
Oh. Wait, what the hell just happened? Oh, okay, here we go. Those little prongs have to fit inside here like so. Okay. And I think glue would definitely benefit here. See how you can kind of push it and that kind of separates it. I think if I can glue this and clamp it, it'll be tighter. And then I can just, you know, mask along here.
Now, let me try and explain
Okay.
what it is that the scientists are trying to determine from the people with this stuff.
Hmm.
Now,
Yeah, be very careful with these delicate, difficult little antennas and such. These protrusions. Fortunately, the kit comes with these little barriers here to help protect these things. There we go. Now this fits on here. I gotta be very careful when I push this down though, because I do not want to break anything. There we go. Now this smokestack that's been turned into like a missile launcher, this comes in halves like this, and I don't remember the $21.99 kit doing this. But this goes in here like so. And then I believe the bridge kind of fits on top of there somehow. There we go. Very nice. Just gonna have that little gap in there, I suppose. And there's that red thing. I'm gonna keep that separately so I can paint it so I don't have to try masking that or whatever. And yeah, so we got these side pieces here with these gun batteries here. There we go. Those are like these anti-aircraft guns or whatever on the sides of the bridge. There we go. Alright. Yeah, crap. These are going to be carefully... Oh, shoot, you know what? I need to file this down here. There. I'm gonna, you know, prime this thing first too, so that's gonna help. So, there we go. Please protect those little cannons. There we go. You just push over all. It just kind of works like those, you know, those beds of nails or whatever, like you see in a Bugs Bunny cartoon or something or other. If you put your weight, your pressure on all of them all together, and it's not going to break them. Just don't focus your pressure on just one part, I guess. But this should fit in here. I think I got it. Yeah, I guess that's it. Alright. Now, A23, which is this part here. gently cut these off. There. And then this is going to fit on top here, like so. Nice, nice. And then A110, which is this the radar array. Okay. Let's be very careful here. So we have this little thin gate here. It comes off. Oops. There we go. And then this comes off. So we're pretty much done except for the cannons. This fits on top like so. There's the top of the bridge, and you got the captain's observatory and such. This is new here, this part here. Like these three little protrusions. I don't know what's going on with that, but yeah, it is a different ship. It seems it's wider. And I think it might have some more guns on the side here. I'm not sure. I'm not totally sure. I have a little cannon here, and then I got these two big ones and then one in the back. I'm going to leave those parts on the runners so that I can just transport them home. And then just paint them separately and then assemble them. So, what I'll do is just cut these off like so. And again here. There, I'll leave these intact. That way I'll just take this home and paint them. And then for now, these runners are going to be thrown out. Oh, hold on here. That's right, I haven't done this part yet. Okay, so we got this part and this part. Kind of corresponds with this here. So this is going here. Isn't that beautiful? And then this needs to be taken off at the, there we go. I imagine this is probably going to go in first. There we go. Just be very careful. There. And then that secondary, like observation bridge or whatever it is down here. Cut this guy off. There. Very cool. And, oh man, these are ugly. Get 400 grit. Let's file these down. Okay, there's no panel lines or any sort of detail I would have to worry about losing here, so just take care of this. And then let's do the 600. These are these little filing sticks by Wave. There. Hopefully after I prime the kit, that's going to be kind of disappeared, the residue of the gates here. So let's plug this into place, and here we have it. It's very cool. So I'll compare this to the $21.99 version, and I'm going to prime this with some Mr. Surfacer 1200 and get started painting. So this is going to be removed to help facilitate painting now. And perhaps I might remove this as well. But so far, looking pretty cool. There. Alright, because I always get, yes, this is Mr. Surfacer 1200. Mr. Color Leveling Thinner. That's what I use to prime my models. It's really easy. You don't have to use a spray can. You get good control out of your airbrush. It's really nice. I recommend everybody do so. Yeah, what'd you make? Oh, that's great. Come here, come closer and see it. So I've already primed the model, and next I'm going to be painting it. So I got the Yamato paint set. This is Yamato Red 1. So I primed this with Mr. Surfacer 1200. It's time for the main Yamato color, Yamato Gray 1. As you can see, I have masked off the bottom part, the red part. Oh my gosh. I need to make sure that this is all folded over. Don't want anything to leak in here. Okay. I guess it's alright. Alright. So just going over this with my finger, make sure everything's tight. Hopefully I'm not going to get any underspray. Okay, here we go. Yeah. So I got semi-gloss super clear. Again, this is the lacquer, Mr. Color, because this whole thing so far has just all been lacquer. So this is going to be safe to put on here. Super clear, semi-gloss. So semi-gloss is what I have found to be better for doing the panel lines. So that's what I'm going to be doing, is the semi-gloss here. So I loaded up in my airbrush and I should be ready to go. Yeah, let me put my mask on. Okay, here we go. Oh, yeah, that's right. By the way, I have gone ahead and attached the little red doohickey on top of the, the smokestack turned missile launcher on the back here. This is the red piece. Very nice that this comes as a separate piece so you can paint it separately. I just find that the gloss makes it a little bit too glossy, and the panel line stuff just doesn't really stick to it very well. But the semi-gloss is, a little bit rough enough to help it, and it works a lot better. So the masking looks nice. Hey Logo, what do you want? There, I went ahead and attached the back part here too. Alright, time to do the panel lines on this. I'm starting to really kind of not like this Tamiya panel line accent color. I don't know. I got the GSI Crayo's weathering equivalent, panel line equivalent. I might start using that. So now this is going down pretty nicely, I guess. There we go. There. See, again, the semi-gloss works a bit better than a total gloss finish when it comes to doing this. There. See, it's traveling through the lines rather nicely here. This is working out pretty nicely. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go through the whole model like this. Yeah, there we go. It's coming along rather nicely. Okay, great. He's using enamel thinner and wiping off the excess. Of course, it's also getting the panel line that I want to stay in there, but oh well. I don't think I can ever get this perfect. So yeah, it's just gonna take a while, but that's what you do. Check this out. So it's not totally clean, but it's also nice that way because it kind of makes it a little bit dirty. It's kind of hard to do weathering in this scale, at least I think so. What do I know though? I'm not that good of a modeler, so I don't even know why you bother watching my stupid videos. Anyhow, just leaving a little bit of the stuff there to make it a little bit filthy looking. Just, you know, just enough. And going around here, making sure to get this excess off the deck here. But there you go. Alright, now we are ready for the flat coat. It's swanky. I've had to unassemble the command tower area because I need to get these cannons in place, and I can't do that because it's in the way. So I am trying, rather unsuccessfully, to put these into place here without ruining the paint job. I just want to push this into place. Why can't I do that? I don't want to break anything. Please behave. Does not want to go in there. Maybe it's... I don't know. It's not like I got tape or paint in there. On the pegs, maybe it's just some paint in the hole, I guess. It's kind of interfering with the fit. But this is really... finally! Alright, I got it in there. Am I gonna break the barrels trying to reposition this to make it go straight? Oh my gosh. There we go. Alright, hopefully this one's gonna be easier. This just goes on front here. There. Alright, that was easy. There. Okay, cool. Oh boy. I gotta reassemble this now. Jeez Louise. There we go. There. Alright. How did this go in there? Okay. Come on. Okay. Is this gonna behave? Oh boy. Oh wait. Derp. Maybe it's because I need to put this in here. Gosh. Alright. Now this should behave. Alright, swanky. And then this goes in like that. Alright. Now, since I'm at it, let's just go ahead and put the cannons here and here. There. Move this up. Okay, cool. Alright, so... Oh my gosh. Alright. And this ought to fit like so. Okay, cool. Then this goes in here. Alright, next I have to paint the windows. Oh my gosh, I just bent one. Bent one of the cannons. That's okay. So for the windows, I've used lemon yellow with just a very, very tiny little bit of green enamel paint. And what I'm doing is with my very fine tipped paintbrush, I am putting paint in between the stuff here. And it doesn't need to be perfect because I will wipe off the excess soon enough. I just need to get this in the crevices. So the difficult was on the side here. Also, I was just watched a little bit of the show, and there is actually lights on these little protrusion, these little circular ports that I never really noticed before. There. So just need to put this on here.
Okay, so shows. Which shows am I going to next? And actually, I got Stoke. The end of this week, it is the Cosford show, which is absolutely brilliant, guys. I'm going to that. I know a few other guys are going, and I'll meet them there on the way. And of course, naturally, I'll be.
Okay.
So if you're there, guys,
I find myself holding my breath. And there's also this little observation deck back here. There, I'll paint that. Oh yeah, and also, you must not forget this up here. There.
So, that guys, that's the end of the April.
Yeah.
End of March, that's April 8th today. So, thank you very much for watching, guys. Have fun. Take care. Let me know what you think. Hit that thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe.
Okay, great. Okay, great. So it is finished. What I did was, with a cotton bud, I just wiped off the excess, and the yellow paint remained in the cracks. And once that was finished, then the model is complete. So I've painted that little rear observation deck back here. Got the captain's room up here on top, and then the bridge, and then this other deck here. Something else I noticed in the anime, that there are these little lit up little specks here. So I just barely touched those with the fine point paintbrush. And I got some little yellow dots in there as well for the more of the viewports. Now I did a much better job painting this observation bubble here. Got these blisters on either side. Did a much better job on that than I did with the 2199 kit. Now, this is, they're using these standardized bases here, which allows you to pose them more dynamically, which is pretty cool. I'm happy about that. The 2199 Mecha Collection kits did not have anything like that. Speaking of which, just going to go ahead and compare these two here. This is the 2199 versus the 2202. Now, in the recent update that I made, I mentioned that this little part here had broken off. So fortunately, I had an extra one from a kit, because one of these veins down here had broken off. Oh, now see, that's a little bit loose right there. I need to go ahead and glue that. So I'm going to put this back into place here. This is the replacement one, because I went ahead and bought another kit to make some replacements, and good thing I did that because this is it's broken here. Let me put this back into place. There we go. Now, unfortunately, it looks like this needs to be touched up a bit. But anyhow, let's talk about the differences between these two kits. Let me show you. You just touch up with some CA glue. Crap, I'm getting it where I don't want it to be. Alright, there we go. There. Oops. Bump the camera. And I shall remove the excess here. Okay. Alright, hopefully that'll stay. I think it was this guy here that broke, or maybe it was this one. I can't remember. I just cannot remember. Anyhow, first thing I'll point out that my own, like I mentioned about the observation blisters on either side. See, this is it's kind of sloppy here. Something I wanted to do was, because I used just like regular yellow. I think I just used like Tester's enamel. This you know, the Tamiya enamels are completely compatible. There's no real difference at all. Anyhow, this was just like a basic yellow, but as I showed you before, this had a little bit of a tint of a green to it to make it a little bit more subdued looking. Alright, now let's take a look at, first of all, one thing you'll notice. Let me zoom back out here. There. Is that the 2202 is a little bit beefier. Hold on here, let me refocus here. There we go. Alright, so this is a bit wider. You look at the prow, like this is wider than this one here. The back engine is more pronounced on the 2202. The cannons are just a little bit more detailed, which is nice, of course. These catapults here are a little bit thinner, so that they look nicer. The bridges are a little bit different, slightly different. For example, these fins on the top here are a little bit larger than the old one, the 2199. These fins here, they don't really, I think they're a little bit, they're actually less detailed. They look a little bit sleeker, maybe. The bottom here, if we can compare, yeah, maybe I should just remove these from the stands here and make it easier to show you. Okay. Alright, so this is a little bit thicker. So this is pretty frail, and as you saw, I broke it. Yeah, this looks a little bit more detailed. The 2199 on the back, on the bottom, I mean. But what else? I can point out that these little blisters here are more pronounced as well. They're wider looking. So yeah, now let's look at like the wave motion cannons here. This actually on the 2199. Actually, no, I got it mixed up. Yeah, the 2199 is thinner, a little bit sleeker, but yeah, the 2202 is just that much more. You know, looks a lot stronger. Gosh, struggling with my minor motor skills here. Oh my gosh. And I think this is maybe got a little bit bent. I don't know what happened, but stuff and things. So yeah, there you go. Now let's bring out our old friend. Because originally when I built the 2199, I did it as like a comparison build with the vintage, the legacy Mecha collection Yamato. Let's take that out and compare all three of them. And here it is. So this one actually does not have that fin popping out here for some reason. I can't remember if it was on the large version or not, but anyhow, there you have all three of them. So this is the old one from the 70s. There's really not much detail going on at all. So I'm going to take a bunch of pictures and put these on my Tumblr blog. But for now, I'm just gonna upload this video and show you a little bit of a slideshow of the finished result. So thanks for watching. Bye.